Pombas is a small city on Santo Antão, the westernmost island of the Cape Verde archipelago in the central Atlantic. The city has dozens of fishermen, and their numbers are growing as more young men enter the profession. One obstacle to fishing at sea is the need for a motorised boat. For Addison, the cost of buying such a vessel was too onerous. Luckily for him, the fishermen of Pombas recently got this brand new boat paid for by Cape Verde's government. That was thanks to a partnership agreement with the European Union. It means the younger men can go out to sea with more experienced fishermen, learning the craft while also earning a living.
With this new boat, we can go further out to sea and catch more fish. It can be shared between many fishermen without any problem. So if someone needs a boat and doesn't have their own, they can use this one.
But the EU partnership has delivered more than just new boats. The village of Montrigo lies in a secluded part of Santo Antão. The nearest fish market is in the next town, half an hour away by boat. That's a problem for the fishermen. In such a hot climate, fish goes off quickly. An affordable way to preserve the catch is therefore needed. The sun-drying method has been popular here for centuries. But today, the sun is being harnessed to keep what's caught fresh. New solar-powered ice machines enable cold storage, a breath of fresh air for the villagers who no longer have to rush to the market with their catch.
This facility has really improved the lives for the fishermen. Now, when they catch some fish, they don't have to bring it to the market straight away. They can stockpile their catches for 2-3 days and then move everything in one trip. As a result, they make big savings using less fuel for boat trips.
This is one example of hundreds that the deal with the EU has helped. In exchange for €750,000 in financial support, Cape Verde allows European vessels to fish for surplus stocks in its exclusive economic zone. The partnership has created jobs. Fish caught by a Spanish vessel at the port of Mindelo is processed at a local factory. It belongs to a leading European supplier, but almost all the workers are local, 70% of them women.
We're processing tuna fish and other seafood in Cape Verde. That's resulted in 2,000 direct jobs. We're the largest exporter in the country, and fish represents more than 90% of all Cape Verde's exports.
The country's former sea minister also believes the deal, which allows nearly 70 vessels from Spain, Portugal and France to fish in Cape Verdean waters, brings benefits.
I think it's a win-win situation. From the European Union, we get not only financial support, but also know-how and new technology. And from our side, they'll get to explore sustainably our fisheries resource.
This type of deal is not exclusive to Cape Verde. Known as Sustainable Fishery Partnership Agreements, these aim to restrict overfishing, putting in place scientifically established limits to protect the sea long term.
For the European Union, these agreements are very important because they contribute to good ocean governance and to the sustainability of fisheries, as all partners know exactly what species can be fished and in what quantity. And there is also a fisheries monitoring and enforcement component that helps to combat illegal fishing.
In Ivory Coast, illegal fishing is a deeply entrenched problem. Maxime heads a new fisheries monitoring centre in the capital, Abidjan. This was also made possible thanks to European funding through a Sustainable Fishery Partnership Agreement. Using satellite technology, Maxime and his team are able to monitor in real time all the vessels in Ivorian waters and report any suspicious activity to inspectors.
We have everything we need to determine the fishing activity of a vessel based on its speed, its course, and also the geographical coordinates of the zone in which it's fishing.
Efforts to combat illegal fishing in Ivory Coast are showing promising results, according to the programme's local coordinator. He says such activity has been significantly reduced now that infringements are routinely punished through fines.
Ivory Coast truly benefits from this agreement. The Fisheries Monitoring Centre allows us to monitor the waters. And on top of that, we have a partnership with the Navy that allows us to conduct patrol missions in our exclusive economic zone. We're therefore successfully preventing pirate ships from pillaging fishing stocks.
Most of the fish landed in the port of Abidjan is sent to Europe. It's another reason, insist officials, for Europe to care about where fish is sourced. They say European consumers are becoming increasingly aware of their food supply and the working conditions in the countries that produce it.
Today, European consumers want to know the origin of the product they're consuming. They want to know that the people who made it or the fishermen who caught it weren't exploited, or that these products didn't contribute to destroying the environment. So the European Union is acting with this in mind, because we really want to help make all the value chains sustainable, while satisfying consumer demand, as well as playing our part to save the planet.
So far, the EU has signed 13 similar sustainable fishing deals with countries in the Atlantic, Indian and Pacific Oceans, helping to support their economies while also opening up sustainable fishing grounds to hundreds of European vessels.